Soldier Field opened back in 1924 with the Bears becoming tenants in 71, and what a home field advantage it has become here in Chicago. But tonight we begin Week 8 with a good matchup for you here, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Chicago Bears. Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
180! Pistol.
Mayfield to throw on the first play. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Good. 180! What's that?
Now Mayfield. He's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 26 big yards on that one. It's another first down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Good. 180! Run. Check. What's right in?
They will run for the first time here with White. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Good. 180! Point it right.
Baker changing the play at the line.
Check. What's that?
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll give him 4 yards there. And 3rd and 8 now. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Hey, alert's
Now
33.
they'll change things up.
Watch the whip. Real. What's that?
Now a first carry here for the running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. From the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt. And his kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35
25-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. Looking to throw is Williams. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. And they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass. Currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Second and 10.
Yes. Tempo. Ready to hood. Here we go. Vegas. Alert.
To the air, Williams. He's got this complete to Burden. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's first and 10, right at the 40. Throwing is Williams. That's complete. Roman. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Go, Buddha. Yes.
Here's Williams. Got a man. It's Brown. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Now 2nd and 5.
Yes. Ready to.
To throw, it's Williams. That's to Moore. He's got it. Touchdown, Bears. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, You make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we could walk away with a win.
At the 45-yard line.
Mayfield going to switch things up here.
What's that?
First down, here's White. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. You look at this Bears defense. They've been pretty much a mess against the pass, number 31 in the league.
Theories abound. People have opinions. But too often for this team this season, it's been the big play that's done them in.
180. Alert, alert. Alert, alert. What's that?
Throwing. Mayfield. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
Partner, when you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all, because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up with big trouble, as we just saw right there.
Third down and 13.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. 180. What's that?
From the gun, Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they had things pointing in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight. And that means this game is vital, extremely important, because they fell 2 games below 500. The road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
That's a nice throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good, because remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wind up getting good yardage and a first down right out of the gate.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Williams will get this out wide to Odunze. The Bears have 3 and 4 on the year coming into play. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Yes, yes, yes. Cover, cover.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession, as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
Gets back. Ready, sir.
From the gun, here's Williams. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. To throw, Williams. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 36.
And the Bears. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play. Going quickly out wide to Moore. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for second down.
Second and a yard at the 27-yard line.
Here we go, shot. Ready.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. That is caught. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 12-yard line.
A gain of 14 yards.
And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
What is it on? Here we go.
Working out of the gun, Williams. This will be caught just inside the 10. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And it's second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 9-yard line.
What is it up? Parks first! Parks first!
From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There's a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
Well, this drive, they're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need 7 yards here.
Yes! Travel! Vegas!
To throw once more, here's Williams. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be 4th down. field goal coming up here for Chicago. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And this one is right through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Mayfield looks to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue, because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try to figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it. I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out, and they were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd and 6.
What is it? Yes. Tackle.
Operating from the gun, Williams. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw, Williams. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they have the game here followed by the open date on the calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
First down, Buccaneers.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
180.
Now Baker going to change it up. Mayfield to throw it. And the throw here, that's complete. And a nice pickup there as he'll get about 9, and that will lead us to a stoppage here at the 2-minute warning. Now they'll shift things around. Mayfield now from the 50. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Basically, you're not going to outwork two guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else for the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
What's that?
Mayfield. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. And Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground. Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Baldwin now to return. A good return there, 17 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece.
McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
And Charles, of interest here, that last throw is going to put him over 20,000 yards passing for his career, and that's not a bad number.
You're exactly right about that, and even though it's nowhere near the top of the leaderboard, because when you think about it, Brady and Breeze, they've done that 4 times over. But when you hit 20,000, let's face it, only a little over 100 guys have ever done that in the NFL. It's worthy of some applause.
Down inside the 10. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Yes. Vegas. Bucs first.
Williams now operating from the gun. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. And the Buccaneers are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here. Maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission.
What's that?
Quick throw, Mayfield completes it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Mayfield now. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Good. 180. Alert. What's that?
Here's Mayfield. That's complete. It's Adnan Mitchell. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
180.
Baker changing the play at the line.
Now Mayfield. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Offense is moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
180. Done.
Mayfield with it once more. Complete. This is Mitchell. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
First down. First and goal, Tampa Bay.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on second and goal? To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal.
Good. 180.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. And let's see 6 defensive backs out there. They're in the dime here on third and goal.
180.
It looks like they'll move things around here.
Now Mayfield on third and goal. And he hauls it in for a Buccaneer touchdown. Adonai Mitchell in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Bucs have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here.
McLaughlin for the extra point.
He's got it as they go up by a total of 17 to 10.
Buccaneers 17. Bears 10. Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
What is up?
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
Punch Spurs! Punch Spurs! Punch Spurs! Punch Spurs! Yes, yes, yes! Tempo, tempo! Blue, 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 blue!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
They'll fire deep, looking for more. And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's second down.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Here we go.
Not wanting to take a chance this time. They'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
One touchdown is the difference. 17-10 our score, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Charles, some things to like about that first half. Ultimately trailing here, but certainly this deficit is manageable. So curious to see what adjustments they may have made at intermission.
As am I, because I think things bode well for a possible comeback, because I thought a lot of their best reps in the first half came through the passing game. They were hitting the open receivers, taking whatever the coverage gave them and making it work well for themselves. Now, they just want to pick up the pace of scoring a little bit. So I expect them to come out and continue to throw the ball effectively.
Looking to throw is Williams. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Vegas, Vegas.
To the air, Williams. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Now they'll audible to something else. Throwing is Williams. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Yaya Diaby able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. To throw, it's Williams. He rifles complete, caught by Moore. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Yes, yes, yes. Tempo, tempo.
Here's Williams. He'll try and do this himself. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough.
42-yard line. A gain of 6 yards. It's 4th down.
Whiskey, whiskey, whiskey. Yes, 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 yes.
On 4th down, here's Williams. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now. 1st and 10.
What is up? Punch. Biggie Angels, Biggie Angels, Biggie Angels.
Up the middle they go. Cartwright. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line.
He was brought
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Now the play clock hits 0 here, and we're going to get a delay. Penalty accepted, and that pushes him back 5.
Ready to run! Volunteer! Volunteer!
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Here's 3rd and 10.
Ready to run! Yes! Tempo!
To throw, Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
A 53-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Mayfield going to switch things up here. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Now an audible here into something else. And now Mayfield on the bootleg. Completes it right side to right. And he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it as he gets wiped out on that one.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
throwing. Mayfield. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
Here's third and a few inches.
Set. 180. Done. What's that?
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And not only will he not get the few inches he needs, he's going to go backwards. He'll give up 6 yards there on the loss, and it'll bring up fourth down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that'll make this a 7-point game. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They trail 20-13 our score as they have it 1st and 10. And they'll begin here with a run by Brown. He finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6.
Ready, set. Punch, Spurs, punch that. Yes, 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 yes.
Back to throw. Williams. There's a short one caught by Loveland. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A Chicago 1st down there on a gain of 11.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Hey, ready, set.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And some room to run now. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Ready, set,
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 4th quarter coming up here on Thursday night prime time. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 7.
ready, set.
Williams with a little touch pass forward. Down inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Luther Burden from 19 yards away. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. Boy, what a start to the week this has been. All tied fourth quarter as the kick's away.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. To throw, Mayfield. To the left side, he gets this one to Bucs.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll bring up second down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 39-yard line.
Sick. 180. What's up?
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw it. He's got his receiver. That's Bucs.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
180.
Now Baker going to change it up.
What's that?
Mayfield. To the right side, catch made by Bucs.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over on the bounce. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Good. 180. Good.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Montez Sweat with a tackle.
And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
180. Kings. Done.
Mayfield looks to throw. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10.
180. What's up?
Mayfield now. And he will find his man on the outside.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up 4th down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And his kick is indeed good. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Their own 35-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ballgame. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Going quickly out wide to Moore. So the completion good for just 3. And it's 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Yes, yes, yes. Punch first, punch first, punch first. Vegas, Vegas. Yes, yes, yes. Tempo, tempo.
Now Williams from the gun. He'll throw. They'll look middle here and get it to Odunze. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And now it's 3rd and 4.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
If they get nothing else here on 3rd down, it'd be a 53-yard attempt from this spot.
Punch first, punch first. Vegas, Vegas. Yes, yes, yes.
They'll look to throw again. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have the Bears first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. They go quickly here out to Moore.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
They come up now on 2nd and 2.
Ready to run.
Now a handoff up the middle. Cartwright. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Here's first down.
Ready to go.
He'll look to throw. He's got the hook up to Moore.
And that absolutely cannot happen. Just a gain of a yard in this situation, you've got to get chunks of yardage. Otherwise, the defense very happy with what you're doing.
Jordan.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
They'll come up now. 2nd and 9.
Ready to go.
Pass to the right side, caught by Burden. And the Bears are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Ready to hold on.
He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
Partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
Pistol. 180. Alert. Stop.
Mayfield.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
180. Stop.
Mayfield. He's got Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
Well, this offense still has the 1 timeout here, remember. 1st and 10.
Up. 180. Stop.
Here's Baker. That's caught by Johnson.
And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the 1st down, but I thought that was the key.
What's that?
Now Mayfield.
That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Baker changing to play at the line.
Check. What's that?
Mayfield to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
I know it was a completion, but probably not the best decision to throw the ball to the middle of the field here. No timeouts. Give a ton of credit to him making the catch and finding a way to get to the sideline and get out of bounds.
On a completed pass, got to get down quickly and call a timeout.
Set. 180. What?
Mayfield to throw.
And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. And a great game comes down to this. Time for one play, and they've got to get it in the end zone.
And I want every cover guy I've got in the game on defense, every extra defensive back who can make a play on the football. So whether it's nickel, dime, quarter, whatever you want to call it, I want 5, 6, 7 guys back there.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
Set. 180. Up, up, up. Hey, alert, alert, alert.
One last shot for Mayfield here. This ball intercepted. It's Sidney Brown with it. And the Bears are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the 4th quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So for Chicago, they leveled their mark at 4-4 on the year.
And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.